conspiracies are real.
Ooh, little Halloween sound effect there. Woo!
Well, think about that.
Right.
If that book is totally false, then I'm in no danger. Now, if that book's totally true, then I might be. I don't know. But I've also been told I'm too high profile, and that if something were to happen to me,
they would investigate it and it would all come out.
I don't necessarily think they would, but I know I've told certain people close to me to do that if anything would happen. I said, like, if I happen to be in New York and they tell you I fell off a building, I said, don't buy it.
Right.
If they say I tripped and falled on the 14th floor and headlong down on Broadway or whatever, don't buy that. Right. But no, I don't live in fear. I would like to believe that the First Amendment still stands in America, that you have freedom of speech, and people need to understand that the First Amendment to the Constitution, it is not there to protect popular speech. It's there to protect unpopular speech. That's why we have it, so that you can say things that may not be popular, but you still have the freedom to say it. And if we lose that, we've already lost the Fourth Amendment, illegal search and seizure. I mean, they've, thrown that in the trash. They've taken away habeas corpus. They can now arrest you in this country, put you in prison, not charge you, hold you, and not even let you have a lawyer. All they have to do is say you did an act of terror, a terrorism act.
And speaking of that, your book, I believe the first conspiracy theory that I read was Abraham Lincoln and his assassination.
Yep.
And then you almost follow a historical timeline and take us through Abraham Lincoln's assassination all the way up to the present. Before we let you go, right now, are there 2 or 3 issues or things that are going on out in the world that our listeners should really be questioning and investigating?
Well,
that could be the conspiracy theories or the conspiracies.
I think modern, in the last decade, we need a full new investigation of 9/11.
Okay.
And we need that investigation to be subpoena power, and put these guys under oath. Don't let them testify together. None of this closed room crap. Right out and open so that the country can hear what exactly our government knew about 9/11. Because through my research, it is very clear the 9/11 Commission, much like the Warren Commission, it wasn't designed to seek the truth. It was designed to cover it up, in my opinion. And that's what we need. We need a real investigation of 9/11. The families of the survivors want it. Everybody wants an investigation where we can truly learn, what did Dick Cheney know? What did George Bush know? The NSA documents were never shown to the 9/11 Commission. Those documents clearly show, we've discovered, they knew about bin Laden in May. They knew he was going to attack us. And they ramped up thinking it was going to be July. And then it didn't happen until September. Now, and then you got Condoleezza Rice sitting in front of the 9/11 Commission stating, we didn't have any idea they would hijack planes and fly them into buildings. Excuse me, there was a memo August 6th that said bin Laden will steal planes and ram them into buildings. We were warned by the French. We were warned by the Israelis that a huge attack was going to happen. And yet it was ignored. Why? Well, sometimes I believe our government will ignore things like that because it'll further their political agenda. They wanted to invade Iraq. They wanted to invade Afghanistan. Why? What country's in between both of them? Iran. So get ready. I think within the next 2 to 3 years, you will see some type of aggression happen between us and Iran.
The always interesting...
I might be wrong.
Always
we'll see.
Bold, no holds barred, Jesse the Body Ventura. The book is American Conspiracies, Lies, Lies, and More Dirty Lies the U.S. government tells us.
Let me add this in final. I ask people simply read this book with an open mind and understand that this is not Jesse Ventura making things up. This isn't me creating anything. Everything in that book you'll see at the end of paragraphs is a little number. You can go right to the back of the book and find out where the information came from.
That's true. The bibliography's in the back. I was noting that when I was looking through the book, pages and pages of it. Jesse is not just spouting stuff and attributing it to fact without backing it up. There is a nice little bibliography section here. If you want to see Jesse in person, I know you are making the rounds, East Coast, West Coast, Middle America.
Yeah.
You're doing more book signings than anybody that I've spoken with, and we've spoken to everybody from presidential candidates to porn stars. What's going on, Jesse?
Well,
New York, New Jersey?
I'll tell you what happened is I told them go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, on all of it, and I gave them 2 weeks, and when you do that to a publishing company, you learn, watch out. Well, because when you give them the go-ahead, they take the ball and run.
Look at this. I couldn't put it on an index card. I've got 3 pages here. Tonight, Tuesday, March 9th, Fresh Meadows, New York, 7:30 p.m. Barnes & Noble. Tomorrow, Barnes & Noble, Borders. Those B's confuse me.
Sure.
I made A's in college. I don't know what B's are. Borders tomorrow. Wall Street, 1 to 3 p.m. Thursday, March 11th, Bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey, 7 to 9 p.m. Friday, March 12th, 7 to 9 p.m. Borders, Columbus Circle, Midtown Manhattan. I'm not done. They say 13 is unlucky. Well, not this month, because on March 13th, Jesse the Body Ventura is going to be at Barnes & Noble, Clifton, New Jersey. Then he's heading to the West Coast, Los Angeles, I believe Torrance, California.
Yeah.
Yep. Santa Monica, and then, of course, bringing it back home to Minnesota.
Well, I did that out of, and I'll be honest there. I let them do Minnesota because it gave me a free trip home to take care of some business, too, before I head back to Mexico.
Now, that's a conspiracy if you ask me. Well,
no, because I did it all above board.
You did it all above board.
I'm going out. I'm going to Mall of America and do a book signing there, and I'm doing another one in Roseville in Minnesota. So they're occupying my time there, but it also makes it nice for me because I live in Mexico roughly 5 months out of the year, and so it's great to be able to come back for a couple days and catch up on your mail, pay a few bills, cash a few checks that happen to arrive while you're gone, and things of that nature. So it doubles up good for me there.
And final question.
Yep.
Do you have Twitter, Facebook? Are you out there in cyberspace where our listeners and our followers, you're not out there?
I'm out there, but it isn't me. It's other people doing it for me. I'm computer illiterate.
So how can we follow you, Jesse?
Oh, you can follow me through Skyhorse Publishing. You can follow me on Conspiracy Theory, the True Channel. They've all got the stuff, and they'll put it all out. My belief is, what do I need to do it for if they're doing it?
You heard it from Jesse. All those people out there that think they have Jesse Ventura as a friend on their Facebook or their Twitter, not Jesse at all.
No, in fact, I'll tell you, I now have made it a lifelong mission. I've never owned a cell phone, and now I want to make sure I can put that on my grave when I die. He never owned a cell phone. Because I haven't. People said, how could you be governor and not have a cell phone? I said, easy. My 2 security men had them. What do I need one for? Call my security, he'll hand me the phone. Simple. Let him carry that damn thing around. I don't want it.
Well, Jesse, thank you for stopping
by.
by.
You.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on the book. I hear it's already in the top 10 on Amazon. Let's make this a bestseller. Again, the book is American Conspiracies by Jesse Ventura. Demand it now.
Let me say one other thing. I wrote this book because 100 years from now, I want people to be able to look back and understand not everyone believed the status quo, that there were dissenters to what the government said. And I felt that needed to be done. In fact, I wasn't even going to do this book until that entered my mind, and I thought, no, you've got to do this book.
I like it. This is Lil Ern. You've been listening and watching Unfiltered.
Join us again for more Unfiltered. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on chataboutit.com.
Chataboutit.com.